A wizened old man, long and lean as a scarecrow, leans over to examine you with the curiosity of a vulture. His long, yellow-white robes fall down in waves and rustle quietly. His stony black eyes resemble those of a blind man, but their gaze is fixed on you.
Such remarkable technology.
He says in a low, well-modulated voice. This voice seems to belong to some other person. He smiles, a warm and kindly expression, wildly at odds with the menace in his eyes.
Name your price, and I'll buy your design. But be reasonable. Take time with your answer. Think it through.
With the smile still fixed on his face, he steps back into the mist, never taking his eyes off you. The fuzzy mist, as if whisked with a mixer, looks like slowly dissolving clouds. A short, chubby little man in a camouflage cap and army shirt steps fussily out of the white. He clasps his hands behind his back and stops a few steps away, scanning you with his gaze. Vivid interest flashes in his eyes. He clears his throat.
I'm out of jokes about death. Or about Mr. Christ. I'm out of jokes about hallucinations. Although hallucinations under the dome aren't any joke, but an everyday reality.
The man circles you. His glance bounces from your face to your uniform to your shoes and back.
But you are something else. So, let's see. A pre-war haircut, all-time uniform, clean and pressed. Shoes aren't worn out. Just got them.
He recites with enthusiasm. He frees his plump palm and carefully touches you with one finger.
You are ethereal, but light-tight. You respond to my movements. You are not using an image that's familiar to me. You don't look like anyone I know. And your badge says...
He raises himself on tiptoes and fixes his eyes upon your badge.
The name. Of course. Of course. The name.
He flings his arms about and leaves without even saying goodbye. The mist seems to slam shut behind his back, like a pair of wing doors closing.
All right.
The fluctuant white slowly settles. A man and a woman stand before you. The woman rolls her eyes discontentedly.
Are you serious? Tuesday, I tell you. Wednesday, I tell you. Thursday. How come I always repeat the same thing? I can't sleep without my pills. You're the man. You're responsible for me. The nightstand. The top drawer. There they are. Oh, my pills. Just say pills before we go to sleep. Is that so difficult, Johan?
She pushes him lightly on the shoulder. The man nods automatically, lost in thought. The woman clasps her hands in front of her chest. She's boiling with frustration.
I can't depend on you, can I? I haven't been able to relax in years because I have to control the situation for both of us. Johan! Hello! My pills! Pills!
Knock her out.
Her shouts break through the man's pondering. He comes to his senses and stares at you in surprise. Then he turns to face his companion.
Olivia, don't shout. Make a habit of putting your pills on your pillow. Anyway, this isn't about the pills.
Olivia falters and points her finger at you.
And what is this? Or who is this? Mind telling me, without the never-ending riddles, Johan. Just tell me.
Johan gives you an appraising look.
Is it Maelstrom? Hobbit's trying out a new device? I don't know, darling. Now, be so kind to take these goddamn pills since you remembered. And if you must yell to it quietly, I have a migraine.
The woman flings her arms up fiercely and walks away into the mist. Johan lets her go ahead, then follows. An unfamiliar woman steps out of the mist and looks at you with the wandering eyes of a mad person. She's wearing a tall, crudely made tin crown painted with gold powder enamel. She smiles, although on her, this expression is more like an evil grin. She begins to prowl around you in a circle, wary eyes locked on your face. While circling around you, she steps into the mist and stops in place, a vague, distant silhouette.
Okay.
The mist fades away. You see a short, dark-skinned man with a grim face. He's wearing a brightly colored turban. You take a step towards him, and he strides forward as if to block your way.
The ends justify the means, don't they? Have your scientists nothing better to do, Kimiko?
He asks, looking upward. The stranger raises his hand, forcing you to stop. He looks up again.
We have to be like the Soviet Union and Germany in the late 1930s. Mutual favors, mutual limits, parity. We've always worked on such terms.
As he finishes speaking, his lips stop. The man in the turban keeps standing there, a lean figure looking angrily upward.
Does this ever end? I mean, this is just like ongoing for a long time. Oh, there we go. Like, holy cow. Nothing here. Am I gonna take damage? All the people are gone too. Oh. Wow. There's nothing here. There we go.
By the time you exit the cave, the desert is in deep darkness. Blue firefly lights are floating in the thick darkness. The dry, chilly air smells of cooling sand. When you look closer, you notice a tall, white structure nearby. The screen on your Kairos blinks. The system reports an error while trying to update the built-in atlas. When the maps reload, the icons are gone. Only a single marker indicating your location remains. Well, you're still near Nashville, at least judging by the coordinates.
What am I doing? Trek through the depths of your mind. You need to get out of here. Then you can decide what to do next.
Prohibited. Employee currently deployed to the danger zone must leave. Encouraged to seek asylum. The city is far enough from... Don't panic. Our scientists and security specialists are closely monitoring the maelstrom phenomenon.
I want to go. That's where I was in. Can I get in this car? Lean closer to the radio embedded in the car's console. The emergency message is now coming through louder. Not any clearer. However, try to adjust the frequency. Turn the knob. Attention, this is not a drill. In the area affected by the maelstrom, Megalo anomaly scenario 6C is currently taking place. Remaining of the yellow sector is prohibited. Employees currently deployed to the danger zone must leave the area immediately, now following the standard evacuation protocol. All new committee citizens are encouraged to seek asylum. The city is far enough from the yellow sector to be considered safe under the current conditions. Distant wailing of emergency sirens can be heard through the speakers. The announcer keeps talking. Don't panic. Our scientists and security specialists are closely monitoring the maelstrom phenomenon. Any registered movement from sci fronts will be closely monitored. Urge you not to spread false rumors about victims among the population. Maintain confidence in all of our committee authorities. The problem will be solved as soon as it is feasible. Attention, this is not a drill. Alright, well, I probably don't need to be up here. And I believe this is probably where I came from. Do I want to leave the location or do I want to kill more? Car has crashed. Long black skid marks that trail off spilled oil. Leading to the path of demise. We sneak. If there's anything here. Anything here? I don't know if they can see me. The red dots are up here. Not really looking like anything's here, is it? Go, 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 go. Well, let's just get out of here, because I don't think there's anything here for me. Leave. Yes, this is where we're at. That's where we went picnicking. It's Junktown? I don't think we really want to go to the Maelstrom. Hours to get there. Man, am I tired though.
You wander through the desert and suddenly fall, fainting for a moment.
Feeling a little peculiar.
A quiet hum, like that of a huge bell, fills your head. The space around you is again hidden behind waves of fog. But now it's different. This even white haze conceals everything unnecessary, highlighting the important. In the northeast, a flickering column of blue light can be seen beating straight up through the clouds, like the beam of a huge lighthouse directed into the sky. Without taking your eyes off the beam, you struggle to get up. Each step requires great effort and your head is splitting. These are not the effects of sunstroke. And what you're seeing is no mirage. This is something else. Something is happening inside your head.
Are you quoting Four Non-Blondes? Stabilize your condition.
You search through the pockets of your uniform and find several pills. Some to treat high blood pressure and a few painkillers. You put the pills in your mouth, and after a while, you feel better. The headache and hum soon pass. All that remains is a slowly dissipating fog and the blue glow fading away in the distance. You've seen this fading glow before, but from a different angle. The explosion that flashed through the clouds pushed apart by Maelstrom. This strange beam of light is what remains. It must mean something. Maybe there to the northeast is where your path now lies.
Go. Now I am getting tired. Well, my fatigue's at 30. Parts it's half buried in the sand on the side of the road. Judging from the profile, it's a Commodore Lux. A rare find for the dome. Take a closer look. Car looks incredibly old, like it's been sitting here for thousands of years. We aren't even exactly sure the color. The entire body is covered in flakes of rust. We stop and peer through the darkened windows. Examine. Look inside. Here's car is fully equipped. The deluxe plate is visible. The cracked leather of the dashboard and the doors paneled lacquered wood. All of it confirms your guess. As you continue to examine the car, you notice something strange in the back seat. Looking more closely, you realize it's a huge wasp nest. Opening the door might not be the best idea. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. Oh, the red tells me where I'm going to be at the end of the trip. Haha. Okay. Enter Junktown.
The hum in your head that's accompanied you from the moment you left Nashville and had almost fallen silent since suddenly returns. Somewhere in these slums is the unknown but apparently important goal of your journey.
Nice. All right. Ooh, geez. A lot of events. We're gonna have to try selling some stuff because I got a lot of crap on me. Alright, let's start talking
Come on
to
in.
people.
The city's already under quarantine, but there are still a few places in Junktown.
You see anything else?
I'm listening.
For a moment, you can stay in here. City. Inquire about the quarantine. Say the maelstrom began to expand, which hadn't happened for a long time. That's why the quarantine was declared. Citizens must remain in the city, and non-citizens and those who didn't have time to relocate are all here in Junktown. Fortunately, we have an emulator. To be completely honest, I don't really believe the thing works, but it's better than nothing, right?
Goodbye.
A dirty and exhausted-looking woman in a white wing uniform rushes up to you. She clutches your hand in a death grip.
You're my last hope. Please, 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 please.
The woman stares at you imploringly. Katarzyna Beletskaya, relic registration specialist, is printed on her faded badge.
Let's see what she's got to say.
The white interprets your silence as a willingness to listen. She hugs you so fiercely that for a second you forget how to breathe.
Thank you. I just know you're a good person. If you won't help me, nobody will, and I'll just die. Die here, amongst these.
What?
Katarzyna pulls herself together.
I've been banished from the city. From Magellan. They took my Selectron and stripped me of my citizenship. No one wants to help me. Everyone's afraid they'll end up like me. All because of that damn Nakamura and her laws.
Beletskaya looks upon you with new hope.
But you'll help me for sure, won't you? I need to get to Magellan, and you can lead me there. You have a Selectron, I see it. It's hanging right there by your belt.
How could they possibly banish someone from Magellan?
Katarzyna obviously doesn't understand your question.
What do you mean, how? They took my Selectron and threw me out into the desert. It really is that simple.
Tell her she's lying. Her gestures and expression make it obvious. Probably gonna tick her off. Question whether the decision was really so arbitrary. Use the brains.
The white frowns bitterly. She's not happy to be caught in her lie.
Ah, damn right.
Well, it wasn't exactly like that. There was a trial, and I was offered either prison or loss of citizenship. What was I supposed to do? Go to jail? I'd never survive being locked up with a bunch of oranges.
Katarzyna flings her hands in the air desperately.
Why did you lose your
The
citizenship?
white's face falls, and she hurriedly looks away.
It's these
Many of
new
those.
rules they've enacted. Commit any offense at all, and you're no longer a full rights member of society.
Beletskaya nods readily.
Yes, yes, of course. Ask.
I know who Nakamura is.
The white is surprised by this. Katarzyna smiles nervously. She seems to think you're kidding.
Are you serious? Are you a time traveler by any chance? Or maybe you've been in stasis the last few years. Kimiko Nakamura usurped power from the committee right after the incident. Now we all live by her rules.
Observe that, in legal terms, Nakamura must have had a serious justification to claim power.
Beletskaya looks away.
Well, she didn't literally seize power. When Maelstrom appeared, communication with the outside vanished and the spire collapsed. No one knew what to do. Kimiko organized the evacuation of Concord. She accommodated the staff in Magellan. Of course, Kronos' board voted to make her chairwoman. What does it matter how she came to power anyway? She gets to strut around like a big boss and people like me suffer.
Katarzyna flings her hands up desperately. The white taps the Selectron hanging by her belt.
Please, guide me to Magellan. I just need to get to the station.
I'll help her for free.
The White lunges forward to wrap her arms around you again.
I believe she's one of my
Goodness,
companions.
Thank you. I'll tell everyone in Magellan what a beautiful person you are.
She looks back at the city behind the wall.
So do we have a deal? Come on. I can't wait to return to Magellan.
Sweet. Yeah, there we go. Companion. Alright. Can I
Belitskaya nervously checks her community.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Can I look at what you have? So the inventory looks like remains to be the same, but their weight is added on. My X-Heart Cryo Laser. What are you? Your high-tech weapons. I probably don't really need you. I mean, I'll take you because you're a companion. She's science, medicine, high-tech weapons. And I believe in this game, they're going to just automatically level them up. So they already have their set path. So it's not like I can micromanage them. But if I can have her right now for help, that'd be perfect. Call the squad leader, then we'll talk. You need somewhere to sell stuff.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that'd be stealing. That's not going to go well. I'll talk to Bethany. I gotta talk to the squad leader first, I guess. Okay. Wherever they may be. I don't know who the squad leader is. Not the jail. Nothing there.
I'm listening.
He says thickly, around the stub of his cigar.
Waiting for an answer, he stretches huge hands until every knuckle cracks. What are you doing here?
The silver gives you a cursory glance.
I represent the Phalanx. Is that all?
Desert gang.
Entrepreneurs. Soldiers.
Spencer laconically replies, as if every word caused him a calm bond.
Let's learn more.
Don reluctantly takes the cigar out of his mouth.
We're running caravans. Making money. Fighting Nakamura's monopoly on power.
How to get to the Phalanx camp?
The base is in the south. Maelstrom's there now. You won't get through it.
Spencer frowns.
Alright.
Make it quick.
Looming over you, she adjusts her badge, reading Mei Fang Wang, and approaches a skinny lad in the backpack. Stupid shopping is over there. Wang gently clasps you on the back and sends you on your way. Slap her ass in response. Oh no, I lost the rep. Listen here, stud. I like people who are brave and clever. You seem to be brave, but also numb-headed. I don't like you.
I hope we won't see you again.
Oh, that was bad. All right.